hard work is the number one attribute that all of the biggest, most successful people that you and I see around the world, that's what they have. That is the drive. It's the love of the work, not the outcomes. The outcomes are a result of the work. This is just what I've noticed at least. And it is one of those things where the way I see it is like I'm nothing if I don't give 100% every single day. And that's not being married to outcomes or that kind of thing. But if you really push yourself and want to show up at 100% every single day, even if you make mistakes on that day, you're back again tomorrow, giving 100%. And giving 100% means learning from the mistakes, learning from the victories, learning from everything in between as well, because of the love of the work, being driven to work hard, because past a certain amount of money or a certain amount of impact, most of the time people don't care and they're trying to motivate from these external things. But it's just the love of dedicating yourself to your craft, of being 100% of what you can be, showing up every day. A lot of the time, like a quick little notes whilst it's on the top of my mind, is that's where social media becomes a bit of a pitfall, where people, they drown out that insecurity, that realization that they're not giving 100%. They're not doing 100% of what they could. Because you know inside if you gave 99%, if you took your foot off the pedal because you couldn't be bothered for a second, and that it eats you alive a lot of the time. Like when you're obsessed essentially with giving your best. And so that's where like that insecurity is a good thing in that sense, because it's like, because it's insecurity about not doing something well. It's insecurity about being less than your best, and that's good. But the security is in knowing you've given your best, because then at least if you've given your best, you know you can sit back at the end of the day, regardless of the outcomes, whatever it is, and be like, I know I 100% gave my hardest. So it wasn't because I didn't try. At least I know it wasn't because I didn't try, I didn't get this. And there are so many opportunities every single day that sometimes, especially for a personality like my own, sometimes I can't visualize like 2 years down the road. I don't really know what that looks like, and it's too far away from me. I'm a pretty impatient guy. I like to make stuff happen. Boom, boom, boom. I like to see results quickly. And that's where it's like the game of business. I don't know why I keep looking over here. There's nothing on my table. But that's where, like, in the game of business, in the game of life in general, you've got to basically find what you do in between. Like, how do you make it so that you show up at 100% in full force every single day? And I've been finding a lot lately, when I just from thinking about it, is stripping back that social media side of things. Because a lot of the time it's like it pacifies your mind. It's like a little escape, a little dopamine hit. You've heard that classic expression before. And you just kind of think, oh, it's okay. Like little from that. And whenever oh man, I'm not doing what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm not living to 100% of my potential and acting in accordance with that. Then it's like, quick flick onto TikTok, Instagram, whatever it is. And you're just like, you're relieved. On the surface, deeper down, you're like, man, what am I doing? And you just watch the time slip through your hands. Stripping that back means you'll naturally fill that gap when there's nothing else to do, when you're sitting and staring at your time, what you have to do. Yeah, so it's that love of the game, love of hard work, love of dedication to giving 100% every day, which will contribute to whatever happens down the line. For instance, myself, it's like I didn't know at the time that dedicating myself 100% to doing martial arts like Taekwondo and that whenever I started, and my Muay Thai and Jiu-Jitsu and mixed martial arts as a whole, would lead me to be in a position where that actually is part of my business practice. Like doing that and being able to have the leadership guidance side of things. It gives me those opportunities, but at the time, all I'm thinking about is how can I be 100% this session, this day? How can I give everything that I have? And I'm talking from an effort perspective. You don't have to physically destroy yourself every session, because that's where you redline it. That's not intelligent training. you really want to be in a position where you can look back at the end of the session and be like, I gave it 100% of my effort. And a lot of the time that means pushing yourself physically as well, getting to that point where you're tired and then going, because that's when it counts. A little way that I've started to see it is kind of like what Muhammad Ali says, where it goes, I don't start counting my reps until it starts hurting, because that's when it counts. And that's kind of the thing there. It's like, count the days where you don't feel like showing up, but you show up. Those are the days that really count. And they'll be more numerous than probably the days that you do feel like showing up, because showing up a lot of the time, it's like it's about external things. But if you make it internal, like I want to give my 100%, wherever that's at, maybe on a given day, if you're more tired, if there are things coming up, it's not 100% of what it is to another day, but it doesn't matter. It's 100% of that day. And you know when you backslide and you take your foot off the pedal, give yourself those excuses. Yeah, it's that dedication to the craft which leads to opportunities in the future. And that's what all of those people have. You don't have to have it all figured out for 5 years, 10 years down the line. But if you give it your 100% best every single day, the path becomes clearer as you go more and more and more. And that's why it's just like loving hard work, but also outcomes. You know, it's like you have to objectively look at that. That's part of wanting to work your best, is like actually achieving something. Some people be like, man, I'm working so hard, I'm doing so much. And they're like 10 minutes here and then onto the next, and the 10 minutes. And then they're trying to do 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 things at once. And they feel like they're working hard. And they are, but it's like they're doing a lot more, but not necessarily getting more done. We want to work hard, get more done. So it might just be, hey, I'm going to do one thing today. That's my focus. Maybe 2 or 3 things, because sometimes, hey, we got life, we got jobs, we got this kind of thing. But that's huge. That's huge. Just honing your focus is big, and giving 100% to a select number of things, because that does require sacrifice. And it's just a big thing to understand. Sorry, I'm petting my dog who's down here. I'll show you. Whee! He always sits on my lap. Yeah, he loves it. So it's just important to realize that is the X factor a lot of the time. Dedication to your craft, just an obsession with it, and a refusal to be less than 100% of your best for whatever reason could come up. So it's just an essential thing. If you can get that through your mind and embody that and just keep doing that, then you will end up somewhere great down the line, somewhere that you want to be. Yeah, giving 100% can also mean thinking about things more, critically thinking, going through, analyzing, really looking at yourself and being like, what have I done today? Yeah, that's a big thing. Just 100%. Loving the hard work, the dedication. And along the way, if what you want to achieve is business stuff, you'll dedicate 100% and you'll learn the business stuff along the way. And it's just 100% every day to every task. If that's learning about sales for like 2 weeks kind of thing, that's fine. That's good. You don't have to learn about all of that. It's not like you have to know everything that you're ever going to know from one day. You learn as much as you can in that one day by dedicating 100%. Then that means that day 2 is built on the efforts, the hard work from day 1, that kind of thing. And Anyway, starting to ramble now. But that's it. Love the hard work, and it'll be all gravy, baby.